Here's an overview of Klein Tools brand new data cable installation kit. It comes with it comes in a blister pack on this card, and you can see it does Cat 3, Cat 5, and Cat 6 cables. Comes with a handy pouch. This is super cool just because you can put everything in there. And here are the tools. You can see them. The Klein tool, this is a hefty punch down. It's sharp. It is not spring loaded. That's just something important to know. Not a spring loaded punch down. Here's the list, and this is on the packaging. You can see everything here. Comes with 6 jacks, the nylon pouch, a stripper, and the punch down tool, and then the big deal is the ratcheting crimper. And so here is your radial stripper. It's super convenient to use. Just go in, put the cable in, let it go, do a round, and you're good to go. So, and then finally our tool. Let's look at the instructions really quickly in case you want to pause and read them. Instructions for the radial stripper, and then right by my thumb is for the punch down, and then this is going to be all the features on the crimper. At the bottom is all the color code. Pause there, get what you need. You got RJ11, RJ12, RJ45. It's really nice, and RJ22. So, and then here's of course the written instructions for the twisted radial, the punch down, and the modular. So you can pause there and read. And then maybe this will be, I don't know if that's helpful for anybody. Hey, let me know if that is helpful, if you need a better view of that. So let's just get into it real quick. It's important to note, and I'm not trying to be lame, but these are Cat 5e connectors. They are not Cat 6. Just so you're aware, a Cat 6 cable will have, you know, the channels. I don't know if you can see the channels inside. They are staggered, so you don't get any crosstalk with the cables being close together. So I have just this one piece of Cat 5 left, and I've been experimenting on it. It is so nice and easy to use. Anyway, so here we go. Let's say that we got our piece. Squeeze the handles together to release the ratchet. You know, there it is. It's ratcheted together. Squeeze them together. You can see the nest for 4P. The other side of this, this is the 4P side. The 4-pair side is the cutter. Over here, you've got the 8P, the 6P, and then a flat cable stripper and a round cable stripper. So that's what you're dealing with. So squeeze it together to release it, and then put this in here to cut your cable. You know, nice flat cut. Then you can go in here and you can strip. I'm just going to do a little bit. So squeeze down and then turn it 3 or 4 times. Don't use the tool to pull it off. Use your hand to break it and pull it. But I am just not, you know, it's nice to have one tool, but here's what I really like. And I'm a hobbyist. I'm not a pro. Leave a 1/2 inch sticking out. There's 1/2 inch. It'll give you 0.6. So I just put it in the stripper, let go of the spring again, and the carbide blades in there adjust on their own. And then you turn it around. And then, well, that came off with it. I was just going to crack it and break it. But either stripping method, neither of them cut into the insulator on the data cables. Cool thing on the stripper, see that little line? That's a blade. And so you can run it, you know, this way if you need to open up your jacket, and then you can strip it down. Or you can do this if you need to strip off, you know, more. Jacket, you know, maybe have a different kind of cable. So, and here is now the whole thing. This will of course make a Cat 6 cable, but what you're going to notice is it's hard to get a Cat 6 cable. It's doable, but it's hard to get it into a Cat 5 connector. And want to evaluate what we have here. Also, the Cat 5 connectors, if you put a Cat 6 cable in a Cat 5 connector, you're really just going to end up with a Cat 5 speed because of the crosstalk. So I use this top left wiring diagram, and the only reason I use that is that's what my buddy who is a pro uses, and so I figure that's just the standard. So we're going to get these in order. We've got orange stripe, and then orange, green stripe, solid blue, blue stripe, solid green, brown stripe brown, and then you just, get them all nice and flat together. Here's where you're going to like that cutter. So again, the cutter's on this side. Just put it in, you got them all bundled up, and you just trim them nice and straight. They look perfect. You get your connector, and orange is on the left. And they snug right in there. Could you see that? Let me show you again. That just blew my mind when my buddy showed me. So we got the right order. Verify your order, and then you slide this thing in. I am not telling a pro anything they don't know, but if you're a home DIY, or you just do some data cabling runs for customers, this would be a great tool to have. It might be that you just put this structured cable in while you're building the house, but it's nice to have the tools on, and at this price point there's no reason not to. So I shoved the insulation up just a little bit to get into the so it'll hold it, and then I'm going to put it in my crimper, and it seats in there, so it only goes so far, right? So you push it in and it stops on its own, and then through one full ratcheting. And the cool thing is it won't open right now, so you can't screw that up. So all the way down, and then up. And in theory, you're done. And if you're doing 1,000 of these, you would just stop. But I do it twice just because that's me. And then pull it out. Good to go. So there's our Klein ratcheting stripper. Our brand new Cat 5 cable. Of course, again, the Cat 6 looks just like this on the outside because they will go into the same jack, but the buildup of it is different, much different. So, and they'll stick out, and you can trim them and all that. So anyways, if you're running Cat 5, great. Or Cat 5e, and then if you're running Cat 6, you'll just get different ends. But it works just the same. I put one of these on a Cat 6 cable right here. And of course, it worked. It worked. It's just Cat 6 cable is thicker, so it's harder to get in the little chase. Plus, I've nullified any speed that I would get with having a Cat 6 cable because I've got all the wires, they're touching each other in there, and so crosstalk is bad. Yeah. Anyways, Klein tools. This data cable installation kit is fantastic. Value for the money, and if you're a home DIYer, if you're beginning in the profession, there's no reason why this wouldn't be a hit for you. And at the end of your job, you can just keep your tools all nice and tidy. And because I'm not a pro, let me just throw all this in here, and I'll end up throwing this thing out. But it all fits into the pouch. I use a little baggie for my connectors. Again, 6 of them come with the pouch, and then I keep my cheat sheet for cable in there, and that's it. Ready to go to the next job. One cable run will more than pay for this tool tool set. If you're buying bolt cable and running for your house, or if you're running to your TV or whatever you're going to, just those cables would be cleaner. It's easier to push through the top plate in the wall. It's easier to push down the wall. You're not going to foul up your connection because it's not been made yet for your terminal. And yeah, so you end up being ahead. If you do more than half a dozen cables, you're well ahead of where you'd be financially. So anyways, great set from Klein. I really like it.